news with facts.
Kayode, no, Kayode, I will let you talk. Kayode, I will let you talk if you let me talk. Kayode.
That's why more and more Lagosians are tuning in.
500,000 Lagosians.
720,000.
970,000.
Over 1 million Lagosians, they know that if you give me your afternoon, I will give you hard facts.
Well done, Sandra, on all you do, going beyond the headlines and focusing on the facts.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
First hard fact of the day: 484 new COVID confirmations over the weekend. It's over 100 more cases than last weekend. We had 157 cases in Lagos, so 52 more than last weekend. So while the third wave is on its way out, it seems to be on its way out, it's not going without a fight. Don't become a victim in the dying minute. Don't last dent yourself. Let's remain vigilant. Limit your movements if you can. Wear a mask when you go out. Keep your distance from people when you can. And do simple things like washing and sanitizing your hands as frequently as possible. That way, you're safe until at least we can all get vaccinated, right? Speaking of vaccinations, the phase 2 of COVID vaccinations is still ongoing. That's our second hard fact of the day. If you haven't gotten your jabs yet, please make arrangements to do so. Just go to your nearest primary healthcare center for your first dose. But if you are going for your second dose, just go back to where you got the first dose and, protect yourself and the people you care about. We've got a third hard fact today. It's International Day of the Girl. This year's theme is Digital Generation, Our Generation. So on this Wednesday's glass ceiling, that's in 2 days' time, we're going to be looking at getting girls into tech. There's actually a story on social media about a school that has different extracurricular activities for boys and different extracurricular activities for girls. While boys are allowed to do video games and other tech stuff, girls are allowed to do sewing and cooking. Oh yes, in 2021. These are some of the attitudes that encourage girls from an early age to look away from tech. Anyway, that's for Wednesday. I'm looking forward to that conversation. Wednesday at 4 p.m. Don't miss it. But yeah, thank you for making Hard Facts the number one current affairs show in Lagos. 1 million Lagosians cannot be wrong, and have a great show for all of you today. We'll start with the big weekend as always. We'll talk about the Lagos Police Command vowing to stop any EndSARS memorial demonstrations. Let's also talk about Kingsley Moghalu taking his presidential ambition to the ADC. Then we'll talk about Governor Sanwo-Olu calling Tinubu to join the race. And then let's talk about Chiwetalu Agu in SSS custody. It was a really big weekend. Heavy-hitting stories there. Now, on Madam Landlord, let's talk some more about the federal mortgage scheme. One of my expert guests is back to answer your questions about how it works, who is eligible, etc., etc. On the big hard fact today, we'll talk about getting more teachers. It's a conversation we had last week. I told you that the federal government wants to start paying 50,000 naira and 75,000 naira per semester to education students to increase the supply of teachers. So we're going to go deeper into that policy to see if it will work, to see if it will be enough. We'll look at all the factors that lead to Nigeria not having enough primary and secondary school teachers. If you're a teacher, I would really love to hear from you today at 5 p.m. That's when that conversation takes the air. As usual, we're going to bring you all the latest news. All the latest news stories will come your way. We'll also have conversations with Rufai on the other side of 6 o'clock. And then, of course, there will be an opportunity for you to win 20,000 naira on the show today, because it's still Nigeria Info's birthday and we're making sure that as many people as possible eat our national cake. So make sure you're one of the persons who will be winning some money. I will let you know when the game will happen, because 2 people will win. So one person is going to win between 4 and 5. The other person will win between 5 and 6. But let's get right into today's big weekend. Lagos, I'm Sandra Ezekwesili, and these are your hard facts.
The big weekend.
Can Moghalu and the ADC build a viable national election structure? Is Sanwo-Olu's assessment of Tinubu correct? Why does the police want to stop EndSARS memorial demonstrations? And should Chiwetalu Agu be in custody? Like I said, Lagos, it was a really big weekend. We're going to do our best to do the stories justice. But for right now, the police in Lagos wants to stop any EndSARS memorial demonstrations. We heard this directly from the police commissioner, Hakeem Odumoshu. He said the force got intel that some young people are planning a demonstration today to mark 1 year of the EndSARS demonstrations. And he said that the police is warning them not to try it. Because according to him, last year's protests brought pain, anguish, and destruction. And so the police wants to avoid a repeat. Now, of course, if you were not in Nigeria at the time and maybe you were living under a rock and so you didn't know what went down in 2020 during the EndSARS protests, I'm playing some footage for you on our live stream, Nigeria Info 99.3, that's Facebook, YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Of course, if you cannot watch our live stream, I'll play some clips for you right here on air. That was from last year. So protests kicked off in Lagos on the 8th of October 2020, and it lasted for 3 weeks. We had mothers joining in, we had churches joining in, we had mosques joining in. It was happening all over the country at the same time. So this was when the governor went to meet the protesters in Alausa. But anyways, the police says don't do it tomorrow because it brought a lot of pain. It brought a lot of anguish and destruction. He said something that is very interesting. I need to read it in his exact words for you. The police commissioner said, to forestall breakdown of law and order, the police will use all legitimate means within their constitutional powers to suppress the planned protest, end quote. Now, I say this is interesting because the commissioner of police is suggesting that the constitution gives the police powers to suppress a planned protest. However, as we've discussed more than once here on Hard Facts, it's quite the opposite. The Constitution gives Nigerians the right to protest and stops the government from stopping them. That's why before President Buhari was president, he was able to sue the police for stopping a protest by his party, and the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. The court said that freedom of assembly, as guaranteed in the Constitution, gives citizens the right to gather and protest as long as they remain peaceful. So let's come to that peaceful part. The CP is saying that the EndSARS protests were destructive. Do you agree? But before you answer, let me refresh your memory a bit, because here on Hard Facts, I covered every single day of the protests. On the first day, the protesters went to Alausa. The speaker, Modashiru Obasa, met with them. Very peaceful. The next day, they were admitted into the House of Assembly. Very peaceful. After that, they kept gathering at Alausa, Surulere, and the Lekki toll gate. Very peaceful. The first reports of violence came days later, but it wasn't violence by the protesters. It was violence by the police against the protesters in Lagos, Ibadan, and Abuja. In fact, a protester was killed here, and the governor and police command called for investigation. If I remember correctly, he wasn't even a protester. He came out to ease himself. He was a driver of someone, and they were stuck in traffic, and he came out to ease himself, and he was caught by a stray bullet. After that, there was more violence against protesters, this time by thugs. And I interviewed some of the protesters here on Hard Facts, and they claimed that the police allowed the thugs to attack them. We even saw pictures of police allegedly standing by while thugs, armed with sticks and clubs, attacked the protesters. This violence targeted at protesters went on for days. Then we started getting reports of attacks on the police. Government blamed the protesters. Protesters always insisted that it was the same thugs that had been unleashed against them that had now gone out of control. And then, of course, there was the shooting at the Lekki toll gate. Obviously, the protesters did not shoot and kill themselves that day. Now, the reason I reminded you of all that history from 2020 is to ask you this question. Would there have been any violence at the EndSARS protests last year if the police, the thugs, the shooters at the Lekki toll gate had not been violent towards the peaceful protesters? And secondly, no matter what you believe about what caused the violence a year ago, do you think that those events should be a reason to prevent all peaceful demonstrations going forward in perpetuity? 0700-993-993-993 0700-993-993-993. If you're a woman, call us on 01465-7190. 01465-7190. Of course, there's WhatsApp. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. What do you think about the police vowing to stop any EndSARS memorial demonstration? You can leave us your thoughts on Facebook as well. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. We are live on YouTube. YouTube is Nigeria Info FM. Anthony is in Lekki. Anthony is our first caller. Hello, Anthony. Anthony, hello. Hello, Anthony. Can you hear me, Anthony? Hello? Doesn't look like Anthony can hear me. 99.3. Hello.
President Sandra, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. Go ahead.
Yeah, President Sandra?
Yes. You're live on the show. Good afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you. The police has warned, right? Hello, President Sandra.
Go ahead. I'm listening to you. Hello? Call back if you can. 99.3.
Hello, Sandra. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good to have you on the show.
Yeah, my name is Olumuyiwa. I'm calling from Aja.
Welcome.
Where we were in the country when the protest started, we can't even call it protest. We can't even call it rally. Those guys gather peacefully, buying food, eating food, cleaning the road, clean and sweep everywhere. They organizing no violence, nothing, until Nigeria government used guns to scatter them. And when they use guns to scatter them, what happened? In fact, we can't say what really happened. But they use guns to scatter them, and they are now still using guns to intimidate everybody. Now, to my friend that want to protest, please don't protest, so save your life. Because that time that you protest and something happened, I don't want to say killing. Many people are calling radio station and say you are stopping them, didn't allow them to pass freely. Please, nobody should protest. No, let's leave this government. Nobody, I beg Nigeria, because I watch people. In fact, that memory is still hurting me. Please, nobody should protest. Let's leave them. Let them continue to build the country they want. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Olumuyiwa. Thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello. Sorry about that. We've got Olalekon Isaac who says what we're experiencing is simply state oppression. As long as you can only be abused, you can only be abused as long as you're willing to be abused and not stand up to your oppressors. Secondly, you're not a citizen in this country. You're simply a commodity to be used by those in government. Bilatus Ibrahim says those who lost their lives, no justice for them until today. All right. We've got Paul Silas Danladi who says nothing will stop EndSARS memorial. We move. Okay. Benjamin is in Ikeja. Hello, Benjamin. Benjamin, hello. Hello, Benjamin. Can you hear me? All right. Doesn't look like he can. 99.3. Sorry about that. 99.3. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name? Hello? Hello? All right, looks like we're having some tech difficulty. I don't know what's going on, but if the tech team is listening, please try and fix this situation with the phone lines. 99.3, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for calling. What's your name?
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello.
Nigeria Info.
This is Nigeria Info. Can
Hello?
you hear me? Okay, I guess not.
Hello.
All right, since you can't hear me, I recommend that you use WhatsApp and Facebook a lot today. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. WhatsApp is 080-959-75805. You can also simply just call and go ahead and make your point. Be rest assured that I can hear you, so just go ahead and make your point, okay? 99.3, hello?
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, that's actually me.
Welcome, go ahead.
Okay, I want to say that when they say they want to do memorial, have they gone to the police?
You don't need police permission to protest.
Okay, all right. That we are killing, no justice for them. So if you know the type of a place you belong, you should be able to act decently to avoid any further harassment or destruction. When you memorize the EndSARS memorial, what is your profit? What is your benefit? Is it a ministry? Is it organization? We in Nigeria, we are suffering, and you want to come and add another suffering into our life again. They should stop. Nobody should partake in that kind of a thing at all.
All right, Ms. Aiwe, thank you very much for calling. 99.3, hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Welcome.
Hello.
I'm hearing you. Just go ahead, please.
Hello.
Oh, okay. So if you call us, we're having some technical issues, so you can't hear me. But I promise everyone's hearing you, so just go ahead and make your point, okay? 99.3, hello.
Hello, good afternoon,
Good
Sandra.
afternoon. Welcome.
Hello.
Hello, I can hear you. Just go ahead, please.
Okay, I know you can hear me, but I don't know why.
Please call back if you can. We've got Mrs. Ola in Ikeja on the line. Mrs. Ola, welcome. Hello, Mrs. Ola. Mrs. Ola, are you there? Okay. All right, then. Remember I said that I can hear you. So if you don't hear my voice, please just go ahead and say what you want to say. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello.
Go ahead, please.
Hello.
All right, then. 99.3.
Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Hello, Sandra.
I can hear you. Please go ahead.
Yeah, Sandra.
Yes.
I know you can hear me, but I can't hear you. But let me just continue.
Thank you.
You know, we are running a tyrannic system of government in Lagos. My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Surulere.
Okay.
You know, we are running a tyrannic system of government, and very soon, Lagos, Nigeria, as a whole, is sitting on the, as they used to put it, gunpowder, right? Very soon, the time is ticking.
Okay.
They want to be oppressing us. They don't want us to talk. Now, memorial is just like to Remembrance Day, just to remember, give respect to the people that lost their life, even though the government is denying the fact that nobody died, which we all know it's all boorish. They all blatant lie. So I just wish that we should try and eradicate the fear in our hearts. Whatever anybody wants to do, if it's good for you, do it. If you think you can go out of protest, you're supposed to be free. Like, protest is supposed to be your own free will. Nobody should take that right from you. Moreover, Muhammadu Buhari protested. So why are we being put in a straitjacket in this country? Sandra,
Yes.
Sandra, I'm so downcasted. I'm downcasted. I just feel like running away from this shambolic system of governance.
Thank you so much for calling us. 99.3, hello? Hello?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
I'm Nanye.
Nanye, welcome. Please go ahead.
I want to say, this SARS of a thing, memorial they're talking about, what's the essence of it?
Okay.
Is it the SARS that are pushed out again to come and continue from where they stopped? And I foresee the one of this time to be, being more deadly than before.
Okay.
Even though I read the roles they are to play, what they should do, what they should not do, and I don't foresee them following the same step. They are not to run after a vehicle, but vehicles. But 2 days ago, some of them ran after a vehicle at gate.
Okay.
Because he has no plate number.
Okay.
Is that what they should be doing? They have started to ask for phones. What is that thing you are carrying? Is it their role? Is that their duty? Please, I'm not happy with this. The whole system.
Okay. All right, Nonya. Thank you very much for calling. Amar Yisi Michael says, if they ban the people from holding a memorial protest, will they ban us online? Every time I hear the Nigerian youths chant EndSARS in unison, my blood rages. Yet I'm overjoyed and I am glad to be a Nigerian. Even though the force failed to realize that this fight is majorly for them and all Nigerians at large, we will always make that day a day to be remembered forever. All right. We've got Henry Fedros who says, no good memories came from the bloodshed on that day. Let our dead heroes who died with justice rest in peace. Lagos, we'll take a break. When we come back, we'll move on to our second story. It was a politically heavy weekend, but you can still talk about EndSARS. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. This is Hard Facts on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
99.3 Nigeria Info presents the GX Conference 2021.
Happening Saturday, October 16th at 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island.
Let's talk self-development, strategic career development plans, entrepreneurship, employability, and love in a fun and relaxed atmosphere.
Come interact with young people that have made Nigeria work for them.
Speakers include Dr. Wiba Boa, the Chief Executive Officer, All On Investment Company, DL to the TUN, radio presenter with Cool FM Lagos, celebrity hype man and multiple brand ambassador, Olumide Kayode Omoshebi, the founder, Nurses Help Initiative, Daniel Emma, Danny Main, designer and iOS developer,
Precious Chukunda, technology and digital solutions expert, founder of unicorn.ng, Abiodun Aremu, software engineer, founder, Miniscript IT Enterprises Nigeria, Isaac Odugbeso, digital IT solutions expert, founder, and digital marketer.
Music by Johnny Drill. The GX Conference, Love and Career. Saturday, October 16th, 2021. Venue, Jupiter Hall, 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Time, 5 p.m. prompt. This event is strictly by pre-registration. Register online at nigeriainfo.fm. Limited seats available. The GX Conference, Love and Career.
They say that I'm a fool. Well, that's fine, 'cause I'm a fool for you.
Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Sometimes it's sugar or salt or an extra hand to change a flat tire or a small loan. At Kuda Microfinance Bank, we believe that your bank should do more than just store your money. We want to do more for you, so when you use your Kuda account to pay bills, buy airtime, and make transfers regularly, we'll offer you an overdraft, which is a low-interest loan that you can take anytime you need it. No long talk, no collateral, no paperwork involved. Just download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store, open a Kuda account, and use it regularly to qualify for Kuda Overdraft. Kuda, free banking for you.
Welcome back to your #1 talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
It's 3:29. Let's shift to politics now. Kingsley Moghalu joined the African Democratic Congress this weekend. Now, you know Moghalu. He's a former CBN deputy governor. He ran for president in 2019 under the YPP, and he plans to run for president again in 2023. So clearly, he wants the ADC ticket. The big question mark on Moghalu's ambition has been whether he has a realistic strategy for winning. Specifically, there have been questions about whether or not he has what the politicians call a structure. A structure is basically an organization that is able to mobilize votes at all polling units to win an election. Now, obviously, most people who want to run for president don't have a nationwide structure. That's where the party comes in. One big reason why getting the APC or PDP ticket is such a big deal is that those parties have nationwide structures down to every single ward and polling unit. Now, coming back to Moghalu, he has joined the ADC, but his plan doesn't stop there. He said, quote, "The ADC is one of the driving forces of an emerging third force that will see a merger of several parties to take power in 2023 and begin the task of rescuing and rebuilding our beleaguered country." End quote. Moghalu is indirectly addressing the concern that even some of his supporters have that no party apart from the APC and the PDP have the nationwide structure to even challenge in the presidential elections. He's saying that ADC will merge with smaller parties to create a third national party. Now, this can only work if all those parties don't have too much overlap. So, for example, if you have 36 parties that are each strong in a different state, when they merge, they create a national party. But if you have 100 parties that are only strong in Lagos, even if they merge, you still won't have a national party. You'll have a Lagos party. And that's the big question right now. Are there enough small parties spread out across the country to create a truly national party? What do you think? What do you think about Moghalu's move to the ADC? What do you think of his plans for building a nationally viable third force through mergers? Yes, you can still talk about EndSARS. And remember, of course, even if you cannot hear me, I can hear you. We're trying to fix our technical problem in the studio. Once we do, you can go back. We can go back to hearing each other. But in the meantime, just go ahead. If I pick your call, just go ahead and make your point, okay? 0700-993-993 for men. For women, 01465-7190. We've got Victor in Lekki on the line. Hello, Victor. Go ahead.
Okay, if you cannot hear, I can hear you very well.
Oh, fantastic. Go ahead, please.
What I want to talk about, what is it, the actor, Chiwetalu Agu.
Okay.
Please, I think everybody has right, his or her right to freedom and to express his or herself. Please, I think the DSS should let him go. We want to remember the Lekki massacre. They should allow us to do it rather than trying to fear in everybody. Because when you look at it, if we have a reasonable government and something happens, they will not be fast to build something or rebuild the target. They will hold on at least 1 year, at least, to pay respect to those that have lost their life. So that is my take. And Sandra, please, I want something on Friday. I have not gotten this, so this one you cannot hear me.
Well, it takes. I don't know if you can hear me, but it takes 48 hours. They're gonna make sure you get it. If we have your details, then you're going to get your money. Okay.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for calling us. 99.3. Hello. Sorry about that. Call back if you can. 99.3.
Yeah, President Sandra.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you. Quick one. I was talking about the SARS protest. Please, they've warned. The people that died, till today, they are still denying. Even the people they invite from wherever to come and tell us stories, they are still telling you that they shoot on the floor. No, they didn't shoot human beings. Then for the Kingsley Moghalu, I wish Nigerians forget about the structure that these two parties have. We are more than them now. How many are there? We're up to 180 million or 200 million. The two parties, how many millions are there that will come around this man to change the game? Then for the man who is calling the national leader to contest for presidency, I thought he liked that man. He didn't like the man. They want to do what they do to the other man. That I wish that man listened to me then, Hope 93. But he didn't listen to me. So for this one, anybody asking that man for run for presidency come 2023, the person don't love that man. Thank you, President Sandra.
Thank you very much for calling us. We've got Oluwashola on the line. Oluwashola, welcome to the show. Hello, Oluwashola. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, Oluwashola, welcome. Just go ahead, please.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Are you hearing me?
I am hearing
this
you.
is Oluwashola.
Yes, welcome. Go ahead.
Yeah. Talking of EndSARS, I think Nigeria government needs to change. And police that is giving them warning. They are not going to stay long in protest. It has time they are going to do. They can direct them how to do the protest. There's nothing wrong in doing memorial of those people that were killed on that day. They are doing it all over the world. It's not going to be violence. But the police, the government should talk to them because it's not good for the government to come out with violence on its people all the time. Are we going to remain in fear? The government people rallied around and voted for. This is not good. Then talking of Moghalu change want to contest for president, and they're saying the man has no structure. Yes. Yes, do you know the structure they are talking of in Nigeria? The structure they are talking, every government agency are party member. All the people in markets, every places, they are party member. When election comes, those people will come out and protest and do whatever they can do to protect that party. Nobody can come. There must be a restructuring before 2023 election. Otherwise, we are going to continue in this because they will spend our money. They will use the people, use everything. They will use NGO. They will use human rights. They will use everybody. They will use media to silence other political parties. At the end, when they get back, they will start to continue preparing for another election. Then we started continue same way again. This is I think seventh election is coming to 2023. We have not get it right. Everything is worsening every day. I think it's time to correct the wrong. This is the time for us to do it. This is the opportunity we have. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling us, Ms. Oluwashola. Governor Sanwo-Olu believes that Bola Tinubu should be the next president. On Friday, a new campaign group was launched called SWAGA. SWAGA stands for Southwest Agenda for Ashiwaju. The groups say that its goal is to mobilize for a Bola Tinubu presidential run in 2023. Now, to be clear, Tinubu himself hasn't said that he's running for president. So either SWAGA or other groups like them are working on their own initiative, or they have Tinubu's private blessing and they're preparing the ground for his public announcement. Either way, we have Governor Jide Sanwo-Olu speaking at the SWAGA launch. So was the Deputy Governor, Hamzat. And they had a lot to say, but we don't have the time to get into it. But of course, this is a conversation that we'll talk about over and over again. Now, it's not the first time that we've seen something like this. In fact, it's become the norm. Before someone openly declares their ambition, you have lots of groups that spring up, quote unquote, clamoring for the person to come and run. Some say it goes back to the Abacha days when he was allegedly preparing to remove his uniform and run for president as the candidate for all 5 parties. So you had groups like youths earnestly asking Abacha. You know, the idea was to make it seem like it wasn't Abacha's idea, it's the people begging him to come. Now, not everyone likes this idea. We also heard from Shino Pella. He's a reps member from Oyo State. He's an APC leader here in the Southwest. And he said he has a problem with anointing of candidates. He said Tinubu was like a father to him and he would welcome his ambition if he wants to run. But he's against what he calls forcing candidates down the throat of the public. I wonder if you agree. And if you think that that's what's being done here. But anyway, Sanwo-Olu says Tinubu would make a great president. And I want to know whether you agree. Many of you, of course, have lived in Lagos for a long time. You lived in Lagos when he was governor between 1999 and 2007. So you have first-hand experience with his governance. But of course, bear in mind that he left office, 14 years ago? And he has not held a government post since then. Do you think he's still the same administrator now that he was a decade and a half ago? Or do you think he would be better or worse in 2 years' time? Do you agree with Sanwo-Olu about Tinubu as president? What do you think about this practice in Nigerian politics of groups coming out to clamor for a candidate that hasn't declared yet? Women call me on 01465 7190. Men call me on 0700-993-993. Let's speak with Amaka. Hello, Amaka. Thank you very much for calling.
Hello, Sandra.
Welcome.
It's the first time calling a radio station. I'm so happy.
I'm glad you've called today.
Love you, Sandra.
I love you too. Turn your radio down a little bit.
Yes, okay, I'll turn it off.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, I want to talk about the EndSARS. I mean, if they want to do the memorial service, there's no problem with that. But knowing our government and the police wahala, please, I beg them. Let them not go ahead. Let them not do it. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Amaka. Call us again. We'd really love to hear from you again. 99.3. Sorry about that. 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. If you can hear me, go ahead, please.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir. Just go ahead, please.
Hello.
All right. So for those of you who are just tuning in, you can hear me. Sorry, I can hear you, but you can't hear me. But everybody in Lagos can hear you. So when I pick your call, please just go ahead and make the points you want to make. Talk about the stories you want to talk about. 99.3. Hello.
Hello, sir. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What's your name, sir?
Okay, I know you can hear me.
Yes, go ahead.
See, what I want to say is this. Don't forget that during the EndSARS protest, policemen also died. So why would the police authority not also do a memorial for their own officers that died? Civilians died, policemen died. Why can't we use it as a period of healing for both groups? And let us learn from the purpose, the intention of the protest. Why must the government always see any act of citizens voicing out their concern as a problem? Why must they always be scared of the government saying something out? Why are they always scared? Why don't they? The Bible says that who is that person that wrong when nobody is pursuing you? Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. Who is that person that runs when nobody is pursuing you? 99.3. Hello. Hello.
Hello, good day.
Good day. Go ahead.
Maybe you're not hearing me. It is clear that some Nigerians are the problem of this country. It's clear. Because I see no reason why people are coming out to go against the memorial that we're talking about. See, Sandra, let me tell Nigerians that what our parents inherited, we're not going to let it to repeat itself. They were living in fear, and that's the reason why the government is ruling them the way they like. Marginalization, exploitation, you cannot, name them. Nepotisms. And now they continue to live in that same way because nobody want to die. They don't want to die. And they live now until they grow old. And we also born and inherit at the same time. As I'm talking, I'm in my late 30s. We also getting older. And then the newer generation said, no, we're not going to let this thing to continue. We got to fight with our blood. And they fought with our blood. They killed them at Toge. They opened fire on them. Your president, your sitting president, protested before he becomes the president. Nobody shot at him. And these people, peaceful protest, they were killed at the toll gate. And now we're talking about memorial, and they say we should not. I'm going to be part of them. Let them come and kill us, but they will continue to kill us until we get to our destinations. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, sir, for calling us. We've got messages here on WhatsApp, so let's take a look at some of them. Sandra, my name is Prince from Abuja. We can deny it all we want, and you can, but this present government led by General Buhari is tyrannical. I'm in my 40s, and I remember how the people in power now protested almost every month in this same country without any violence against them. Well, I mean, Nigerian protests have always been violence. The army, when they were in charge, were champions at introducing violence into protests that are peaceful otherwise. Ade from Ikorodu says, a memorial for EndSARS will be a delight. However, much more than a memorial, I'm wishing will engage the populace in the area of getting their voters' cards ready for 2023. I think that is also important. Sandra, let's be adults here. Protests, riotous situations almost always end up in violence. What was a grown man and in the status of Chiwetalu Agu expecting from the security agents being dressed and parading himself like he did in an environment and situation such as he was in? And this same narrative of persons having shot and killed at Lekki Toll Gate is neither here nor there. For all intent and purposes, a repeat of last year's mayhem and its resultant effects have not been of any benefit to us. On the long run, we don't need such a matter, no matter how pained we get. Duncan from Ijegun with that message. I'm wondering what Duncan means by the death of people at the Lekki Toll Gate being here nor there. I wonder what that means, but okay. Thank you for your message. Here's another one here. So when police brutality kills the youth and Nigerians in general, we should not protest again, right? Are we in a democracy or a military regime? Well, even during military regimes, you protested. Adams also says, can't Kingsley Moghalu go and contest for governorship of his state and start from his state for change, like Sheyi Makinde? Why always the presidency? All right. Adams, thank you for your message. Let's take a look at more messages here on WhatsApp. David in LA says, human life is the cheapest thing in front of this government. It's not worth protesting. These people don't care. Stay at home and make your protests heard online only. Save your lives. We've got more people here. You didn't leave. Oh, Akin says, I implore the youths not to protest. The memories of all that died are still fresh in our minds and will not be in vain. After this government, there will be another government. But, if the next government comes in and sees that this government was able to cow you into not protesting, will they not simply say, okay, let's just follow in the footsteps of the previous one and make sure that nobody ever protests again? What then? Will you just swallow your pain? Will you just say, oh, let's just swallow our pain. Let's wait for the next government and the next one and the next one and the next one. Let's talk about Chiwetalu Agu's arrest. On Thursday, we saw a video that showed soldiers arresting the actor. If you're watching our live stream right now, you can see that video for yourself. The army later confirmed that they arrested Agu. They accuse him of recruiting people to join IPOB. Now, remember, of course, that IPOB is prescribed, and therefore recruiting members on its behalf is a crime. Then another video came out which seemed to show Agu in custody. He was explaining that he wasn't an IPOB member and he was just distributing bread to people. If you haven't seen that video, well, let me play it for you.
And you are now promoting insecurity. Please look for another clothes for him.
See, no. I can wear this. My vehicle is parked at the center of up.
No worry, that one.
Hold on. So, this is Rising. This is song. This is Rising Song, not Biafra, not Eastern Security Network. Do you understand? Stand up. So, with my education, I know areas to go, areas not to go. It would be better for you to be videoing all this. Your guy is talking. Your guy is talking. So let's listen to the facts. They know how to react to the facts. This is
the implication of this.
rising sun. Me, I believe that.
No, 30 minutes.
I was right.
Gather people.
If you talk about well, this is just civil dress.
On this way.
I was buying bread, 10,000 naira bread, sharing the one.
On this way.
No campaign, nothing. Sharing bread, 10,000 worth of bread. When they came, nobody was doing demonstration or carrying people along. People who were hungry, I was giving them bread.
I tell you.
I was giving them bread.
Then deploy.
Is it wrong to give to feed?
If you're watching our live stream, you're seeing footage of Chiwetalu Agu. Our live stream is Nigeria Info 99.3. That's for Facebook. For YouTube, Nigeria Info FM. Right now, the state security services have confirmed that they've taken Agu from the army. Agu's friends and family say that he's been denied access to lawyers and doctors. Now, there's a big debate raging over whether or not Agu should be in detention. Those who support it accept the allegation that he was recruiting for IPOB. Those who oppose it say he was arrested simply because he was wearing the Biafran flag on his clothing, and that is not a crime. Because remember, there's no law that stops anyone from wearing a particular item of a flag. Also, it's not a crime to support Biafra. On the other hand, you have those who say that given the amount of violence and tension in the southeast right now, where those out in public in that way was bound to cause some katkata, and that in itself, the interpreting. 0165 719 993 993. Remember, you and me can hear you. So please just go ahead and make your points, all right? You can't hear me, but I can hear you. It's with us as well on Facebook. Facebook is Nigeria Info 99.3. You can talk about EndSARS. You can talk about Tinubu's presidential race. You can also talk Chiwetalu. Got Becky on the line. Welcome. Hello. All right, for that I square back you. Hello.
Hello, Sandra.
Thank you for calling.
Good afternoon. Oh, I can hear you.
Yes.
I want to talk about the EndSARS protest.
Okay.
That's Nigeria in full day because I was online. But you, Sandra, covered the sheriff did, Joy, even Jimmy Disu did. There was no violence. Let's keep on putting this thing. Please, nobody should come aside. Nobody should come aside. Everybody should stay inside. We have been staying inside. One generation has passed, another one is still going. We are living in fears. We can't come out and speak. Is this democracy? I don't think so. The protesters protesting for, they need good policing. They should take care of the police. Now, they are the one that is still coming out to tell the protesters that there's not any form of remembrance. Well, to me, the word is fresh in my heart. Because any day I hear about it, all else tears because it could be my brother, it could be my sister, it could be any of my family or my loved one dead day. Glory be to God and may their soul be peace. I know somebody will call you now and start telling you that either that was a massacre of those people that died. Their family are not involved. May God bless those people as well. As for Sanwo-Olu promoting Tinubu as the next president, no problem. Because the problem, we are all alive. We shall see. That was how they did during Buhari's own time. Now this is what we are facing. Hardship all over the place. Glory be to God. Nigerians, we know how to adopt. We go survive. Maybe by Tinubu's time now, we will be buying one derica of rice, 1,005. Because during Buhari's time now, we are buying one derica of rice, 500. If you want shop better rice, 600. No problem. Glory be to God.
Thank you very much for calling. All right, we'll take right back, Lagos. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
Nigeria Info. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk. 99.3 Nigeria Info presents the GX Conference 2021.
Happening Saturday, October 16th at 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island.
Let's talk self-development, strategic career development plans, entrepreneurship, employability, and love in a fun and relaxed atmosphere.
Come interact with young people that for them.
Speakers include Dr. Wiba Boa, the Chief Executive Officer, All On Investment D to the TUN, radio presenter with Cool FM Lagos, Celebrity Hypo Brand Ambassador, Olumide Kayode Omoshebi, the founder, No Resources Help Initiative. Daniel Emma, Danny Main, designer and iOS developer.
Precious Chukunda, technology and digital solutions expert, founder of Unicorn.ng. Abiodun Aremu, software engineer, founder, Miniscript IT Enterprises Nigeria. Isaac Odugbeso, digital IT solutions expert, founder, and digital marketer.
Music by Johnny Drill. The GX Conference, Love and Career. Saturday, October 16th, 2021. Venue, Jupiter Hall, 4 Point Hotel, Victoria Island, Lagos.
Time, 5 p.m. prompt. This event is strictly by pre-registration. Register online at nigeriainfo.fm. Limited seats available. The GX Conference, Love and Career.
They say that I'm a fool. That's fine, cause I'm a fool for you.
Everybody needs a little help every now and then. Sometimes it's sugar or salt or an extra hand to change a flat tire or a small loan. At Kuda Microfinance Bank, we believe that your bank should do more than just store your money. We want to do more for you, so when you use your Kuda account to pay bills, buy airtime, and make transfers regularly, we'll offer you an overdraft, which is a low-interest loan that you can take anytime you need it. No long talk, no collateral, no paperwork involved. Just download Kuda on the Play Store or the App Store, open a Kuda account, and use it regularly to qualify for Kuda overdraft. Kuda, free banking for you.
It's time to hear from the next generation of Nigeria Info listeners. You can win 1 million naira in the I Beg to Differ tournament.
Hosted by Sandra Ezekwesili.
Are you between 13 and 17 years old? Do you live in Lagos? Are your debate skills awesome? Then go over to www.nigeriainfo.fm and register for the I Beg to Differ tournament. Entries close on the 20th of October, 2021.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Swagger. There are 3 payoff lines of action, of passion, and a vision. It's only people like this that have strong vision. The chairman had said, when you have a strong vision, you need to have a strong passion.
Employment. Security. Governor Obafemi Amuzat said Tinubu personified the progress.
That's the governor there and his deputy speaking about swagger. It's pursue Bola Tinubu's presidential Lagos. We've got 1 minute before we have to switch gear about the federal housing scheme. You've been contributing to the federal housing scheme. Did you know that? Do you even know that you contribute to a federal housing scheme? Do you know what that means for you? Do you know what that could get you? Find out so much about that on the other side of 4 o'clock. But let's go to WhatsApp, where we have lots of comments. We'll try and take as many as possible. On Chiwetalu Agu, what happens to cautioning people and letting them go in this country? When the law enforcement agents feel their actions could be inappropriate, must it always be arrest and detention, even when they have not committed any crime? That's a message from Joel in Ikbaja. Joel, thank you very much for your message. We've got, no matter what Chiwetalu Agu says and explains, it will fall into deaf ears, because whenever a military operation is launched, a high-profile personality is used to send waves to announce the presence of that operation. It was used to announce operation. It's just a military strategy. Kenneth from Shasha. Kere lay from as truthful to ourselves. There's no way a protest can be peaceful when you infringe on other people's rights. Said went against them. So this time I support the police. All right, Shagun, thank you for your message. Firstly, let's not feel betrayed by police. It's not us that directly pay their salaries. They are subservient to who pays their salaries, not the people. That's a message from Bawo in Ikorodu. Bawo also says, in as much as there's a structure big. If I will be a third force, will be someone that will be creative about his or her own structure. Tap into what has been overlooked by the old and existing structures. On the Swagger campaign, there's nothing wrong with it. I do not like the sound of defeat when a prominent politician is announced. We need to be more consistently hopeful every time. I repeat, every time. Cause as evil never sleeps, good shouldn't also. Bow from Ikorodu with that message. All right, Lagos, that's all the time we have. Let's bring you business news, and after the business news, we will bring you Madam Landlord. I'm Sandra Ezekwesili. Don't go away.
And now 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info.